Hi, welcome to Bogey 87's Tech Reviews. Today we will be checking out the new AMD Radeon RX Vega. This specific card is a reference model made by Sapphire. First, let's go over some of the specs.
There are 4,096 shader cores, which translates to 64 compute units.
This is where the 64 in the name comes from, which means, of course, the upcoming RX Vega 56 will have 56 compute units. This is the black model of the reference card. There is also an aluminum version that is a limited edition that looks really good but costs a bit more. For the rest of our specs, we have a base clock of 1247 MHz, a boost clock of 1546 MHz, 8 gigs of memory, a 2048-bit HBM2 bus, and the memory bandwidth is 484 gigabits per second. Our TDP is 295 watts, and the peak compute speed is 12.6 teraflops. When we take a look at the side of the card, you can see there are two 8-pin power connectors. AMD probably could have gotten away with an 8-pin and a 6-pin, but this gives us a bit more headroom for overclocking. We also have what AMD calls the GPU TAC, right above the power connectors. This gives a visual display of GPU usage using a row of LEDs. If we take a look over toward the front of the card, we have the Radeon logo. This will light up as well, but you can't change the color, so this one is just red. The fan on this card is loud, but it's not extremely loud. It's a blower design, so it's usually louder than a open-air fan configuration. But it can spin up to 4,900 RPMs, and the noise you get from it is more of a sound of a wind as opposed to a whine. As for performance, the Vega 64 trades blows with the GTX 1080. It seems to do the best in DirectX 12 games and benchmarks. I will put up some of my results from 3D Mark after the video is finished. Many people may want to use these cards strictly for cryptocurrency mining. I don't recommend that in this case. The power usage is pretty high. For pure mining only use, there are more efficient cards for your money. I'm not going to go into pricing in this video, because the market seems to be demanding drastic increases in prices over the MSRP. Also, the bundles that AMD has created seems to be the only way to get an RX Vega 64 at this time. The prices for the bundles are higher than the original MSRP as well, so everything gets a bit confusing. This wraps up my video of the AMD Radeon RX Vega 64. Please let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. Here are the results of my 3D Mark testing.